Hello everyone, Daria here, and welcome to episode number 108 of the Slow Russian Language Podcast. Today's topic is a little bit unexpected. I was just the other day walking by the local movie theater and I saw the poster, the Lion King poster, and not that BS version, the live action one with completely emotionless real animals. No, the old one from the 90s. I think it's some kind of an anniversary, like 30-year anniversary, and they're gonna show the Lion King in the movie theater, so I am beyond excited. And today I thought I will just retell the plot to you in Russian. I thought that would be a super cool idea because almost everybody knows the Lion King and everybody knows the plot. So let's see how much you can understand in Russian. Don't worry if you don't, because as always, we're going to translate the whole thing in English very, very soon. But first, listen to the text. Король Лев. Мультфильм «Король Лев» 1994 рассказывает историю молодого льва по имени Симба, который готовится стать королем африканской саванны. Сюжет начинается с рождения Симбы, сына короля Муфасы и королевы Сараби. Муфаса учит Симбу о круге жизни и обязанностях короля. Однако дядя Симбы, Шрам, завидует Муфасе и планирует захватить трон. Шрам устраивает ловушку, в результате которой Муфаса погибает, спасая Симбу. Шрам убеждает Симбу, что он виновен в смерти отца, и Симба убегает из королевства. Симба встречает Тимона и Пумбу, суриката и бородавочника, которые становятся его друзьями и учат его философии Хакуна Матата – беззаботная жизнь. Симба вырастает вдали от своих обязанностей, но однажды встречает свою подругу детства Налу, которая убеждает его вернуться и спасти королевство от тирании Шрама. Симба возвращается в Прайд-ленд и сталкивается со Шрамом. В битве за трон Симба побеждает Шрама, который в конечном итоге погибает. Симба становится новым королем и восстанавливает мир и гармонию в королевстве. Мультфильм заканчивается тем, что Симба и Нала представляют своего новорожденного львенка животным королевства, продолжая круг жизни. Oh, I think it's the longest text we had in a while, and grammatically it is very, very difficult, but why did I decide to do that? Because I received a couple of, not complaints, but just kind of a couple of suggestions that the texts have become way too simple for my listeners. So here you go, a super difficult, grammatically and vocabulary rich text for you today. So even if you didn't understand anything, don't worry, we're going to translate it. Here we go. The first sentence. The animated film The Lion King, 1994. Мультфильм «Король Лев», 1994. 1994. So the animated film or the cartoon in Russian would be мультфильм. And the Lion King, Король Лев. king lion in Russian, Король Лев. It tells the story of a young lion named Simba. Рассказывает историю молодого льва по имени Симба. So this construction, named something something. In Russian we say по имени, literally means on the name. Лев по имени Simba. Or the teacher named Darya. Учитель по имени Дарья. Right? Obviously, you can just say Лев Симба, учитель Дарья, папа Сережа, друг Иван, anything. But in a text, like here, it's just more official. Лев по имени Симба. So the lion named Simba, who's preparing to become the king of the African savanna. Лев по имени Симба, который готовится стать королем африканской саванны. A lot of cases. On this level, we have lots of cases together in the same sentence. So he wants to become a king. Стать королем. With the verb стать, we use instrumental case. To become who? Стать королем. Or, I dream to become a cosmonaut, astronaut. Я мечтаю стать космонавтом. Or, я хочу быть президентом. Instrumental case with these verbs. So here, король, королем. And then we switch to genitive case. King of what? King of the African savanna. Королем африканской саванны. So it's not savanna. It's the genitive case. Саванны. A lot of grammar today. Okay, the next sentence. The plot begins with the birth of Simba. Сюжет начинается с рождения Симбы. Again, genitive case. The word plot in Russian is сюжет. Сюжет. For example, the plot of a book. Сюжет книги. Or the movie. Сюжет фильма. And it begins with the birth of Simba. С рождения Симбы. You probably know the word рождение from the word birthday. День рождения. Or happy birthday. С днем рождения. So the word рождение literally means birth. Birth, that's simple. So who is Simba? Birth of Simba, the son of King Mufasa and Queen Sarabi. Сына короля Муфасы и королевы Сараби. So king and queen, король и королева. Королева Елизавета. Королева Антуанетта. Да, королева Мария Антуанетта. Королева. Or королева Екатерина. And in the cartoon, it is Sarabi. I love this name. Красивое имя. Красивое имя Sarabi. Sarabi. Okay, Mufasa teaches Simba about the circle of life and the responsibilities of being a king. Mufasa учит Симбу о круге жизни и обязанностях короля. You know the verb учить, изучать, учиться. So, изучать means to study something on your own. Я изучаю русский язык. Я изучаю математику. Он изучает историю России. Изучать. Учиться, учиться with the ся, means to study at some place usually or just to learn in general. Я учусь в университете. Мой сын учится в школе. Да? Мы учимся хорошо. And учить, учить, like here in this sentence. It can be used as teach, to teach someone to do something. So Mufasa, the father, teaches Simba about the circle of life. Учит Симбу о круге жизни. Circle is круг, о круге жизни. Okay, moving on. However, Simba's uncle Scar is jealous of Mufasa and plans to seize the throne. Okay, however, однако. Однако, we meet this word a lot. It can be but, it can be however. Однако. Дядя Симбы Шрам. Simba's uncle, Scar. So Scar, obviously they didn't translate it in Russian as scar, right? No, we have the word that means actual scar. When you cut your arm or something, you will have a scar. In Russian, this word is shram. And he's jealous of Mufasa. Шрам завидует Муфасе, завидует. Remember, in Russian, we have two different words for jealous. In English, jealous kind of transitioned to the word that unites jealousy and being envious, envy. So in Russia, it's still two different words, and you can't say Scar is jealous of Mufasa in Russian. We would say envious. Because jealous, we have the verb ревновать, and this is more of a romantic relationship type of a things, like her husband is so jealous that he can't tolerate her talking to, I don't know, some other man or something, or just my wife is so jealous, something like that. So you can't say it in Russian. In Russian, it would be a different word. Ревновать, but if you're jealous of somebody's accomplishments or somebody's money or something like that, that's завидовать. Завидовать. Шрам завидует Муфасе. So it's not that he's jealous that Mufasa spends too much time with Sarabi or something. No. He's jealous because he's a king. So in Russian, it's завидует. Он завидует Муфасе. Dative case. And he plans to seize the throne. Планирует захватить трон. Трон, throne, pretty simple, but an interesting verb, захватить, to seize. And also it can mean to conquer when it's about some land, to conquer something. Захватить, to seize the throne, захватить трон. Okay, so Scar sets a trap. Шрам устраивает ловушку. I love the word trap. Ловушка. Ловушка comes from the verb ловить, to catch. So the closer kind of translation would be catcher. Ловушка, trap. Resulting in Mufasa's death while saving Simba. Every single time, I think I watched this cartoon more than 100 times in my lifetime, and every single time without exception, I cry. When in this scene where Mufasa dies, oh my goodness, no way I can skip this scene without crying. So yeah, I can't wait to go to a movie theater and watch it on a big screen again. Wow. Okay, so resulting in Mufasa's death and while saving Simba. В результате Муфаса погибает, спасая Симбу. Погибать. We had it before, a long time ago in one of the texts, and it means to die, but specifically to die in a natural way, not just you were too old and you died from old age or something. No, we had the verb умирать for that, умирать. But погибать, it can be to die in battle or to die in car accident, something that was unnatural before your normal time, early death. Погибать. Scar then convinces Simba that he is responsible for his father's death. Шрам убеждает Симбу, что он виновен, or we can say виноват, в смерти отца. So убеждать, to convince. Шрам убеждает Симбу, что он виновен. To be guilty. Responsible is a different word, but here we use the word guilty, that he is guilty of his father's death. Виновен or виноват, 2 options. And Simba flees the kingdom. Simba убегает из королевства. Here the classic verb of motion with prefix. You know the verb бегать, to run, and убегать means to run away or to flee. So Simba flees the kingdom. Simba убегает из королевства, genitive case, from something. So he runs away from the kingdom. Убегает из королевства. Such a long text today. Okay, Simba meets Timon and Pumbaa. Simba встречает Тимона и Пумбу. That's accusative case, and we change the endings. Тимон, Тимона, Пумба, Пумбу. Суриката и бородавочника. That's my favorite word. So this meerkat, or in Russian we say сурикат, and the wart hog, бородавочник. I love how Russian words are so long. No matter which word you try, it's always longer than English. Not always, but most of the time. So in English, wart. Yeah, small wart. What else do you need? But no, in Russian, бородавка. So if you have one on your skin, that's what it is, бородавка. And the hog, with this warthog, would be бородавочник. You will probably never ever use this word in your life, but who knows. Okay, бородавочник. Who become his friends and teach him the philosophy of Hakuna Matata. You probably know this song. So, они становятся его друзьями. They become his friends. Again, remember, become, to be, we use instrumental case. Становятся кем? Instrumental. Друзьями. Friends. And teach him. Again, this verb, учить, the philosophy of Hakuna Matata. Учат его философии Hakuna Matata. Okay, Simba grows up away from his responsibilities. Simba вырастает вдали от своих обязанностей. Вырастать. Вырастать, to grow up. Simba вырастает. Вдали. Вдали means far away. The synonym would be далеко. Далеко. Вдали. From his responsibilities. От обязанностей. But one day he meets his childhood friend Nala. Но однажды, one day, однажды, встречает свою подругу детства, Налу. I really love the expression подруга детства, childhood friend. Also, if it's a male, you would say друг детства. Мой друг детства, моя подруга детства, childhood friend, Nala. And she convinces him to return and save the kingdom from Scar's tyranny. Она убеждает, again, convince, убеждать. Она убеждает его вернуться, to come back. Она убеждает его вернуться. And save the kingdom from Scar's tyranny. И спасти королевство от тирании, шрама. Тирания, tyranny, тирания. Okay, Simba returns to the Pride Lands and confronts Scar. Симба возвращается в Прайд и сталкивается со шрамом. Сталкиваться. Сталкиваться means to confront and also to bump into something. Сталкиваться with Scar. Со шрамом. Again, instrumental case. In the battle for the throne, Simba defeats Scar, who ultimately dies. Okay, no good. Okay, so в битве за трон, in the battle for the throne. В битве, prepositional case, за трон, for the throne. This is accusative. В битве за трон. Simba defeats Scar. Симба побеждает Шрама. Who dies eventually, да, который в конечном счете погибает. Again, dies. So if we use the verb умирает, that doesn't show that he died not from the disease, let's say it. Yeah, so but if we say погибает, it means something happens to him. Да, он погибает, he dies because of some sort of an accident, or he was murdered, or he, I don't know, fell from the cliff or something. So that's something unnatural. Погибать. Simba becomes the new king and restores peace and harmony to the kingdom. Симба становится новым королем. Becomes, again, remember instrumental case, becomes, становится новым королем. И восстанавливает, restores, восстанавливает мир и гармонию, peace and harmony, мир и гармонию в королевстве, to the kingdom. And the film ends with Simba and Nala presenting their newborn cub to the animals of the kingdom, continuing the circle of life. Long sentence, let's break it up. Мультфильм, again, the animated film, мультфильм заканчивается тем, что Симба и Нала представляют. Представлять, we can translate it as present. So they present their newborn cub. Представляют своего новорожденного львенка. Newborn. Новорожденный. Again, long Russian words. It's actually two words combined in one. Новый, new, and remember, рождение, birth, рождаться. So newborn, новорожденный. And the lion cub would be львенок. We usually know the word котенок for cats, да? Kitten. Котенок, поросенок, жеребенок, and for lions it is львенок. And they present him to the animals of the kingdom. Животным королевства. Continuing the circle of life. Продолжая круг жизни. Circle of life, круг жизни. Oh yeah, that was very difficult. So if you didn't understand even 1% of it, I get it. Hopefully you will take out one new word or expression from this text today, and even that would be great. Now, after we translated it, please listen to the full text again. I will try to read it faster this time and try to catch some words, some names, at least something that would be a tiny bit better than it was in the beginning of this episode. Here we go. Мультфильм «Король Лев» 1994 рассказывает историю молодого льва по имени Симба, который готовится стать королем африканской саванны. Сюжет начинается с рождения Симбы, сына короля Муфасы и королевы Сараби. Муфаса учит Симбу о круге жизни и обязанностях короля. Однако дядя Симбы, Шрам, завидует Муфасе и планирует захватить трон. Шрам устраивает ловушку, в результате которой Муфаса погибает, спасая Симбу. Шрам убеждает Симбу, что он виновен в смерти отца, и Симба убегает из королевства. Симба встречает Тимона и Пумбу, суриката и бородавочника, которые становятся его друзьями и учат его философии Хакуна Матата. Симба вырастает вдали от своих обязанностей, но однажды встречает свою подругу детства Налу, которая убеждает его вернуться и спасти королевство от тирании Шрама. Симба возвращается в Прайд-Ленд и сталкивается со Шрамом. В битве за трон Симба побеждает Шрама, который в конечном итоге погибает. Симба становится новым королем и восстанавливает мир и гармонию в королевстве. Мультфильм заканчивается тем, что Симба и Нала представляют своего новорожденного львенка животным королевства, продолжая круг жизни. Oh, that was amazing. If you got at least 1%, that's absolutely great. I am super happy for you. And what else? Don't forget that the full text and the translation you will find in the description of this episode. Open the show notes and the full text will be there, together with all the links where you can find more resources for learning Russian with me. You can also download the big PDF with illustrations and Russian and English version of all of the Slow Russian Language podcast episodes. So check out the links. For $20, you can download the MP3s, so you can use them from your own device. You can do whatever you want with them. And the PDF for $20 on my website. The link is in the description. And also, of course, as always, I invite you to learn Russian with me in my full step-by-step course. It consists of 3 big parts. It's called From Zero to Fluency, not the one on YouTube. It's a completely different, separate big course. So that would be at russian.fromzerotofluency.com. Or just, again, check out the show notes. I'll be happy to see you among my students who learn Russian. That's it for today. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you in the next episode of the Slow Russian Language Podcast. Bye-bye!